again. Hey everyone, it is Thursday, January 3rd, 2013. This is Talk to Me Tuesday number 74. A belated Happy New Year as well as a very belated Merry Christmas to all. I decided to follow suit with Elf and Jen and take last week off, so I hope everyone had an absolutely happy, merry one. This is going to be a little video show, video slideshow as well as show and tell for now. I had a strictly handmade Christmas that I gifted to people this year. So since the gifts have already been distributed, I will show a video slideshow at the end of this so you can see what was gifted out. Anywho, quick update on my shoulder. I am still experiencing a lot of pain in it. I do have an appointment to see a different doctor. It unfortunately is in the same building as the doctor I was seeing, or should I say the quack I was seeing. I hope that there's not going to be any conflict of interest issues because they're in the same building. There shouldn't be. But I have been told by my workman's comp worker that I have got to have a second MRI because what the doctor is telling me is the problem and what she's reading and seeing in the MRI are two different things. And they did not rule out a tear. She said, in fact, if she's reading it correctly, I do have a tear in my shoulder. Great. So other than that, I am currently on the unemployment list as of yesterday here in New York State, and I'm sure someplace other than just here. Under the Family Medical Leave Act, your place of employment is only required to hold your position for a total of 12 weeks. I have tried over time to say, hey, give me light duty, give me something I can do that doesn't require the pressure on my shoulder, and have been told all this time, you either come back to work full duty without restrictions or that I can't work. I spoke to our HR rep yesterday, and because I am not going to be able to return without restrictions by the 13th, I am no longer an employee. If within the next 3 to 4 weeks I get a release to return without restriction, they will gladly rehire me. But to be honest, folks, I don't really know if I want to go with a company who's not willing to work with me and who wants to say, oh, well, you don't have a job if you can't work without restriction after hurting myself taking care of one of their people. So I'm just going to start looking for employment elsewhere, but hopefully this doctor will, be a lot better than the last one I was seeing. So I'll keep you posted. So anyway, on with the little bit of crafty I have to show this week. After doing all the gifts, my shoulder was in so much pain. I really couldn't do a whole lot of crafting, so it was just a little bit here, a little bit there. So I have been showing quite a few felt plushies that I've made, and I love the felt plushies because you don't have to have a set pattern. It doesn't have to be anything specific, and it is just supposed to be for fun and whimsy. And I sat down and I just drew a little squiggly on a piece of paper, slapped a couple eyes and a mouth on it, and said I'm going to make those. And here they are. This is for my oldest one. Like I said, nothing, it's not even anything specific, but there's that. This is for my daughter. This is for my next to youngest, who used to actually do the editing on my videos. And this one is for my youngest. Like I said, they're just, whatever. The only other thing I've done crafty is O.V.W, otherwise known as OneVirtuousWoman. You will find links to her channel as well as her Etsy shop in the description. Makes, I do believe, don't quote me on this, what I do believe is called custom wrap bracelets. And she showed them a while ago, and I guess because of so many requests to see how they were done, she decided to give a demonstration of how she makes them, only for demonstration purposes. Instead of using the actual materials that she uses, she used cardboard for a base and worsted weight yarn. And of course, when you see the size of the bracelets, you'll understand why. They're very small, and to have to, try and show that on camera as a yeah, wouldn't work too well. So I decided I was going to give it a try. And I took a piece of cardboard. I had some yarn left over from the Afghan I made my son's girlfriend, and said, what the heck, I'll give it a try. So she posted 2 videos, one in which she showed the word Jesus, which was the main demonstration of what she does. And because of so many requests, she will be posting once a week videos on going through the basic alphabet. Nothing fancy, just the basics. So she, on this, this is what I did. Let's just show it. It says hello with an exclamation point somewhere in here. And my name, Terry, with a heart. Now the only letter on here, and I'll pan across, I don't know how well that's going to show up. The colors don't really pop. It is a little difficult to see. That's okay. Like I said, I didn't care. The only letter on here, though, that at the time I did it, she showed, was the E. It was just, the rest of it, I just kind of winged it a little bit. There's room for improvement, but for a first time, I don't care. So then I sat down and I tried a little something else, and this I'm sure you'll be able to see. This is my daughter's name. It's pronounced Sasha. A lot of people have problems with that, but the TIA makes a sh sound. And I did this, I did finish the ends, and I just left these dangling, and I'm going to put a little hook on it so she can hopefully find space on her wall to hang this up. But yeah, same thing, really cool. I like it. And the red really pops against the black background. So, and then I decided because I picked up some of the thread a while back, that I was going to try the bracelets. And I don't quite know what she uses for the base to work on. So I had the lid, a thin plastic lid from a box. I cut a piece off of that, and I did this. And I know it's not the same because it doesn't have the flexibility. It looks like what she uses has. But there's that. And I'm sure you can read that. Just the word hello with a little bit of, just practice on there. It does take a little getting used to because the nylon thread is slippery. But that's okay. So go check out her channel. Check out, the bracelets in her Etsy shop. So yeah. On with what I'm going to show you for what I got for Christmas this year. I am not going to show you one thing, and that's what my daughter gave me, because it's something she made, and I told her she can show it in her video. So you'll have to wait to see that. Other than that, starting with my youngest one, he and his girlfriend were out shopping, and of course I love snowmen. So they picked me up this fantastic gift. It is a snowman water globe, and this is quite heavy. So there he is. He has a little MP3 player and his little headphones on, and you turn them on and the snow swirls in his head, and I'm sure you can hear. He plays Frosty the Snowman. And he also, on his tummy, has engraved a snowman. So, but it's really hard to see. And this thing is so heavy. Unbelievably heavy. So, now, my next to youngest was looking online for something that he could get for me for Christmas. And he was looking at craft books, but he didn't really want to order anything without talking to me first, because 1, I might have it, 2, it might be something I'm not interested in, what have you. So he came down and we were talking, and we ran across a book called 2 at a Time Socks. This is the book. I actually ended up purchasing this myself with money that had been given to me for Christmas from my kid's grandmother. And I'll show you why in a minute that he didn't purchase it. But these are done on circular needles. You work the socks both at the same time. I've never done this method. This teaches you how. So I'm going to give it a try. But I have very limited circular needles. And around here, buying a set of circular needles, I love working with bamboo, and they're expensive. Around here, you're paying for bamboo circular needles, you're paying no less than like 15 bucks, if not more. Well, I had ordered double-pointed needle sets from a site called Unit. So we went there, looking to see what they had. And, look! I have 14 sets of 32-inch bamboo circular needles. They range from sizes 1 through 10 and a half and 13 and 15. So this was my gift for my next to youngest, and believe it or not, all these, with the cost of tax, and of course it was free shipping, less than 40 bucks. Excellent deal. And I love the unit needles. I already have, like I said, the double pointed needle sets that I got from them. I love it. I will hopefully next week have a little pair of toddler socks to at least show you, because that's the first pattern they suggest. Now would be the time I'd show you what my daughter got, but you're going to have to wait for her video for that one. Next is my oldest one, and he was really stumped. Two of the things that he came up with I already own. He did find something that would have to come from Hong Kong that he knew I would like, but because of cost and time for it to be shipped, he didn't want me to have to wait. So he was stumped, so I went looking for something that I had as a kid that I really enjoyed. I'm not sure if people are familiar with it, but is a zither, Z-I-T-H-E-R, zither, otherwise known as a lap harp. I did come across one. It is not exactly the same as the one I owned, but that's okay. So he decided he would order that for me, and here it is. I love these things. Like I said, I had a zither or a lap harp when I was young. I used to play it all the time. They do come with some sheet music. You just slide it under here and you pluck whatever string the note happens to be under. But I was sitting, because there's limited amount with this, I was sitting with my iPod, and I have a player piano app on there, and I was, you know, messing around with that. And as long as the songs don't have little black keys used in it, I can play it on here. So there's that. I do plan on getting more music for it. It is made of wood. It is really cool. I really love it, and I'm really happy with what I got this year. So other than that, I did send out a little package with a homemade card and a little plushie for Oph and Jen. I will put the link below so you can go check that out in her video, because duh, I forgot to take a picture of it, which is okay. So anyway, I'm going to call it quits here, because it is quite long, I'm sure. Thank you for hanging in there all this time, and please just hang in there a little bit longer so you can see the slideshow of the gifts that I gave for Christmas. And I will start with my youngest one right straight through to my oldest, start with my oldest one and go to my youngest one, and then his girlfriend and her two little twin boys. So I look forward to watching everyone's videos. I hope everyone has a wonderfully crafty week and a wonderfully crafty weekend. I hope this year is better for everybody than last year was, but, you know, we take it as it comes, I guess. So anyway, for me, I am out of here. Enjoy the slideshow, and I will see you all next week. Goodbye.